Okay, so this is another way, and I think those clowns are gonna give me nightmares. That one, what did you say? The only way. Just the red and the seizure-inducing flashes, and it's just like, oh my god, it's just like, yeah. Well, that was okay. That was actually Jory's big creep. Like the laughing wasn't; it was the kissing the feet. Do you just?
I can't stand feet. I hate feet. They disgust me.
You know,
They
I knew
freak
somebody
me
else that
out.
really was terrified of feet too. It's just
Ah.
like thought they're gross and just wanted nothing to do with
The
them.
feet should never exist.
Oh,
They're just-
but if they
no.
did, we would just keep falling over because we wouldn't be able to put our legs on anything.
Well, then we'd be used to
They
it,
should
so it
be-
wouldn't be anything different.
They should not be seen or heard
Or heard.
Who hears feet?
Hello, Doug. How are you doing?
They should just.
Oh no, I have a sock, so it's.
Oh my god!
Be free, my friend.
No, but really, they should be. They
Just
should
like covering
be
her
ghosts.
face and stuff. Okay. All right. Well, regardless, this is an episode called Another Way, and what was it? Finn and Jake jump off of birds, which is the title card. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And Jake gets clown doctors to look after them, and they're pretty annoying, and Finn hates it. I'm wondering if it's like. I'm almost wondering if it's like a Patch Adams commentary or something like that. Kind of
But
makes
they
you
were
wonder.
nurses.
Oh, were they
Not
nurses?
nurses.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
nurses.
nurses.
They
Okay.
were nurses.
Okay, I guess.
How's that a Patch Adams
I
thing?
guess that's different. What?
How's that a Patch Adams thing?
Well, no, because he. Okay, well, in the movie it's done really bad, but in real life, you know, he would incorporate like the clowning and medical health together. He'd say that the more upbeat and positive you were, the faster and better you would get. You know, that was the thing. Which actually kind of has been proven, you know, but in the movie, you just make it look like, oh my god, this guy ever came near you. I just, give me the morphine, man. Come on, this guy's a pain. But, so I'm almost wondering if that's like a slam ab or if it's just like, just a fine coincidence. I don't know. But,
I think it was more just disturbing
yeah, I think.
than anything else.
And one of them just like, they say the only way to fix their broken legs is to keep kissing them, and they just keep going, it's the only way! And it goes really red, and just these constant flashes like police sirens, and she just laughs, and they keep cutting back to it. It causes Finn to go insane, and he gets on this big kick about, I can always do it my way, I'll find my way. And so... he's gonna go find, was it ogre? Was that what it was?
It was Cyclops.
He's gonna find a Cyclops whose tears are magical and can fix anything. And he comes across all these people and things that say, oh, there's only 2 ways to go through here. You can do it this way or that way. He's like, no, my way!
The one path, you lose all your hair. The other path, you stink.
Yeah, and he goes, my way! And he goes down the middle, and it's like always a painful path too, because there's like thorns and stuff like that, and then he goes to the river where all these plant life keep talking to him the more I think about it, like a tree trunk and then tree trunks. And then,
More like a stump, not a trunk.
oh, true. Okay, tree stump, there you go. And I sort of thought maybe they were done by the same voice too, because particularly that bush before the river sounds very much like tree trunks, in my opinion. I don't know if it
Wait,
is,
the one
though.
with the path?
No, the bush.
No,
The actual bush.
yeah.
Actually, that's done by a famous guy. His name's... I only know him as Neil Hamburger. He did an album of, like, great prank phone calls. And he was also... I'm trying to remember what band he was in. He was also in a band. But I know him because he worked with Mike Patton.
Oh, okay.
Who I'm a huge fan of. But yeah, so that's who that is. That is not Tree Trunks.
Okay.
And actually, the first one, the one with the path,
yeah.
I think it's the witch. Liars!
Yeah, it sounded like a voice I heard before.
I think so.
But I couldn't figure out who. But so he's always my way, and finally his way gets like this little guy's wife injured. It feels bad. Then he comes across the Cyclops, who starts beating him up, just mistaking why he's there. But then Finn uses his way that time, and it works, and he gets the Cyclops to cry, and he rips his head off, and then just like
effortlessly.
Yeah.
Pop!
And like forces the tears on everybody he comes across and makes everything better. Even a sandwich, which you didn't even know was sick, is suddenly like, oh, I'm great. And then he comes back and the clowns kiss the Cyclops and all is good. Classic tale. I mean, it was fine. Again, it sort of feels kind of like a return to form to like the like the first season a little bit, especially with that laughing clown.
That and the sandwich bits.
The sandwich bit, yeah, see, very much. Even the ending, like, you know, where he's like, yeah, you know what, that's okay. And Jake just gets these big eyes, you hear it sparkling, bling, and, like, that's it, you know, a very random ending. And I feel bad saying it, because it's not like I'm at all disappointed with the direction it's going. I'm not. It's just, it's kind of cool when you have something that's just as random as it used to be.
Well, I apologize, comments people, because remember when I talked about the executive balls?
Yeah.
They actually said what it was in the comments, and I completely forgot what the heck they are.
Cradle.
What is it?
Newton's
Cradle. Remember, I was saying that's kind of what it was. You have this bizarre one, and then it kind of swings back to a serious one, and then it swings back. I think we're finally getting some of the bizarre ones again.
Yeah. But it was funny, and I like how, I kind of like how, I don't know, a lot, I think I've said this before, like, a lot of extremes rarely kind of pay off. Like, everything is always this, and this is always that. It rarely, you know, is the case. But, so I sort of like that he was doing this extreme, it didn't pay off, but it also didn't show, like, it's not that it'll never work, because he tries it his way later. He says, my way can sometimes work, and it's, yeah, I think it's a good lesson. It's like, you know, it's just saying, no, it can work, just not all the time, or even majority of the time, you just take it as it goes.
Everyone does have their own way.
Yeah, so I kind of like that. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Those clowns are gonna give me nightmares. I can't think of too much. Well, what
How about the one clown that was blowing bubbles?
Well, yeah, farting the bubbles. There's a lot of fart jokes in this one, actually. This one farted.
I just love that one's voice too. You want me to stop?
There's one clown, okay, even more than the one that was laughing with the red background and stuff, that had these eyes that were just, like, stretched out, super thin. And that just really made me uncomfortable looking at that one. It's like, ugh. That was really creepy. So yeah, those clowns are scary. I hope they never come back.
I'll keep my mouth shut on that.
Oh, great. Well, okay, anyway, what'd you think of it?
Like, honestly, the first time I saw it, I was kind of like, eh. But this is one episode where the more I've watched it, the more I kind of, like, really enjoy it. Because, I don't know, like I said, first time I saw it, I was kind of like, eh. But, like, I love the shrub that just is consistently berating Finn. Even as they're running through there and he's using him as his fan, and everything's like, we're only halfway, you idiot! It's like,
you know what?
Wow.
The one thing I forgot to mention I thought was really funny is, you know, he throws the bush across and it skips across, and then he tries to skip himself. Yeah. I love that. Like, he does that. He, like, I don't even know if he skips once. I thought that was really funny.
But no, I just the more I watch it, the more I love it, and I'm really glad in this one they brought back his auto-tuned singing voice.
Yeah, that sort of disappeared for a while too. Yeah, and they got that back.
It does kind of like come and go, which I like that they haven't forgotten about it, that it does still exist. But it was nice to kind of hear. And then also seeing the trees in the background just kind of like going, like all sad as he's singing these songs. They're just like, oh.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
And the design of the Cyclops himself, where one leg is like all, just like straight up like a tree. Because he has a bunch of little trees, but his one leg is all trees, the other one's leg is all roots. It's pretty neat. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I kind of like the trees on him, and and I like that he was actually on the Cyclops the whole time. You know, when he gets up, the eye opens up. That's like the one thing from Dragonheart. I know it's a weird reference, but it's like the one scene I thought was a cool scene where like this guy sits on what he thinks is a rock, and it turns out it's the head of a dragon. You just know because this eye opens up. And it's just like the one thing I remember. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I love any show or movie that can just show so you think it's something else, then you just see an eye open up. You're like, oh, shit.
Dragonheart.
It's the one memorable scene, okay? Aside from Sean Connery.
Oh, see, now you're bringing up another one. You said it's the one memorable scene. Except for there's also this.
Okay, one
Don't
of
lie.
two memorable scenes with Sean Connery's non-bassy, booming voice coming out of this gigantic dragon, which totally didn't match. Why?
The bass.
Oh, that's not the bass I was talking about, but the movie would be better. Or I'm the last one. Kill me and you'll be out of a job.
Okay,
It's
ready?
an awful movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
No, I've never seen it, and I don't want to.
You're missing nothing.
Exactly. except
Actually,
for
it's kind of
apparently-
funny. Actually, if you want to laugh, it's kind of funny.
You guys stop giving me these false things. It's terrible, but it's funny.
Well, it's both. It's pretty funny.
Should I watch it or no? Because you talk about that one, and I'm going to get the name wrong, and I apologize.
The Straight Story.
Straight Story. Oh, that's great. That's all you said, though. What about the other one? Oh, it's great, except for... You always have an except for.
You know, you'll just have to do it your way.
It's the only way.